So in this video, we're going to be adding a little character to your garden by making some happy polymer clay pots. For this we are going to need obviously some terracotta polymer clay, a little bit of white polymer clay. I'm just using a bit of pearly white here. We're also going to need a little pot. It can be a plastic one or even a wee pre-existing terracotta one. Some tin foil, and things that could come in handy are something to roll it out flat with. A glass bottle will do, some wee sculpting tools, toothpick, or even a wee plastic knife thing, and also you could do with a wee craft knife. You might also want to keep in hand some wet wipes or a wee tub of water just for smoothing things out. So the first thing we are going to do is take some of our tin foil and wrap our pot in it. You want to go from the outside and wrapping it to the inside of the pot. Just like so. Doesn't need to be too smooth against the edges because this is all going to be inside of your pot. Now we're going to take some clay and we want to flatten a piece out, much like so. And we want to wrap it around the pot, going up to the lip. Okay, and if you've got your craft knife, you may want to trim off any excess. So. Make sure it joins up and seals up, and we also want to wrap it round the bottom of your pot. I'll press this in to make sure that it's nice and smooth. Okay, now once it's there and smoothed at the bottom, we want to take a long snake of the clay, long enough to go around the top, and we want to flatten that out slightly. And then we want to wrap it around the top, around the lip here, making sure it makes contact with the piece you've just attached below. Okay. Make sure it's well attached. There we go. And we'll just trim off the extra. Smooth that in place. Here we are, and there you've got your basic pot shape. Now what we want to do is we want to cut our little mouse shape just wherever. I'm going to go for quite a big one today. There we are. Cool. Now at this point you might want to give your hands a little wash because we're going to start handling the white and you don't want to get it covered in the terracotta, so just one moment. Okay, so now I've given my hands a wash. I'm going to roll out some of the white and I'm just going to make little teeth shapes out of it. Just going to cut out some little bits to make some teeth. And then I'm going to place these overlapping onto the terracotta. Don't worry too much about this part because we're going to cover that in a moment. There we go. There we go. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get the white out of the way. I'm going to take some of our terracotta again. And I'm going to roll out a little snake that's going to be our bottom lip. I'm going to put that overlapping the teeth there. And just smooth in the edges. There we are, something good. And I'm going to take another. And I'm going to shape this into the upper lip. I'm going to use my toothpick here just to make that little sort of upper lip dent, and then smooth these edges here. Yeah, I'm using the toothpick to get in there. And just smoothing it out using a little wet wipe. Yeah. Increase the smile up a bit. I'm going to take two little snakes and I'm going to just put them in as little creases at the edges of the mouth to make it emphasise the smile more. You see? No? Good to see you. And lastly, I'm just going to make two more lines. And I'm going to fit these underneath the lip there to make it look like the undersides of his eyes. You can also manoeuvre the brow to make different expressions. This lip, if you push it up a little bit, will make it look like he's got eyebrows. And again, I'm just going to go in and smooth in these edges. Okay. There's a wee wet wipe, smooth out some of that. Now what I'm going to do is, before it goes in the oven, I'm going to unwrap some of this tin foil. So we can take the plastic pot out. And lastly, I'm going to use a toothpick here to make some drainage holes in the bottom of our clay, of our pot here. There we go. Make sure he's not too bent out of shape. Okay, now this fella's ready to go into the oven, so you'll see him in 30. And here he is, straight out of the oven. Now we just peel out the tin foil. And he's good to go. These pots are brilliant for succulents or cacti or other little flowers. There we are. Enjoy.